The casting process for the 1971 movie Pretty Maids All in a Row was a careful selection of talents to bring out the dark comedy and thriller elements of the film. The key roles were given to Rock Hudson, Angie Dickinson, and Telly Savalas, with each actor's casting being a pivotal moment in the production. Rock Hudson, a popular leading man in Hollywood, was chosen for the role of Michael Tiger McDrew, the high school football coach. Hudson's charisma and experience in portraying authoritative figures made him an ideal fit for the part. His casting provided credibility and drew interest from audiences, contributing to the film's overall appeal. Angie Dickinson, known for her work in television and film, was cast as the attractive and mysterious high school principal, Miss Hester Carr. Her chemistry with Hudson was essential for the film's plot, and their on-screen connection was tested during auditions to ensure the right dynamic. The filmmakers believed that Dickinson's allure and acting skills would create a captivating and suspenseful atmosphere. Telly Savalas, famous for his role as the detective Kajak, played the enigmatic and dangerous Mr. Harper. Savalas' ability to portray complex characters made him a perfect fit for the role. His character's interactions with the other actors were crucial to the storyline, and the filmmakers were confident in his ability to bring depth and intrigue to the part. The casting process for Pretty Maids All in a Row was a careful balancing act of assembling experienced actors with strong on-screen chemistry. The filmmakers were successful in creating a compelling and entertaining movie by selecting a cast that could handle the unique blend of dark humor and thriller elements. Roger Vadim, the director of Pretty Maids All in a Row, brought a unique vision to this 1971 movie. With a background in literature and a love for visual storytelling, Vadim aimed to create a blend of dark humor, satire, and thriller genres. He was inspired by the works of Aldous Huxley and Ray Bradbury, which reflected his interest in exploring the underbelly of American society. Vadim's directorial style was characterized by his focus on aesthetics and visual flair. He often used vibrant colors, dramatic camera angles, and inventive editing techniques to enhance the storytelling. In Pretty Maids All in a Row, Vadim's approach is evident in the film's stylized visuals and the way he handles the taboo subject matter. Collaboration was crucial to Vadim's process. He worked closely with the cast and crew, fostering a creative environment that encouraged experimentation and innovation. For instance, he collaborated with cinematographer Richard Klein to create the movie's distinctive visual language. Vadim also had a strong rapport with the actors, helping them to deliver nuanced performances that captured the dark humor and satire inherent in the script. In summary, Roger Vadim's directorial vision for Pretty Maids All in a Row was marked by his unique blend of visual flair, dark humor, and satire. His collaborative approach and literary influences resulted in a movie that pushed boundaries and left a lasting impact on the genre. Get ready for a wild ride with the 1971 movie Pretty Maids All in a Row. This film is filled with funny, shocking, and sad moments that will keep you hooked till the end. Did you know there are lesser-known facts and anecdotes about this movie that are absolutely fascinating? Stay tuned to discover them. Pretty Maids All in a Row has enduring qualities that make it an everlasting symbol of the industry. Now, we want to hear from you. Share your most cherished memory or personal experience related to this movie in the comments below. We would love to hear your stories and memories. The 1971 movie, Pretty Maids All in a Row, was filmed primarily in Southern California, with a beautiful Pacific Palisades High School standing in as the fictional Santa Blanca High School. The set design team had to transform the school's image into a location that appeared both idyllic and eerily mysterious to match the film's thrilling plot. To create the necessary atmosphere, the production designers used bold, vibrant colors in combination with dimly lit corridors and classrooms. This contrast not only highlighted the all-American high school setting, but also added an unsettling undertone, foreshadowing the dark events to come. One of the logistical challenges faced during filming was the need to work around the school's regular schedule. Filming had to be carefully planned around classes, exams, and other school activities, requiring flexibility and cooperation from both the production team and the school administration. Despite these challenges, the production of Pretty Maids All in a Row was characterized by innovative techniques and technologies. For instance, the film made use of the then revolutionary Steadicam technology, which allowed for smooth, stabilized shots even while moving through more complex environments. This innovation added a more dynamic and engaging visual style to the movie. Additionally, the film's production team employed the use of split diopter lenses, which allowed for both foreground and background elements to be in focus simultaneously. This technique added depth to the scenes and created a more immersive experience for the audience. In summary, the production of Pretty Maids All in a Row combined traditional set design with modern filming techniques, resulting in a visually engaging and thrilling movie. The film's ability to transform a seemingly ordinary high school setting into a captivating and mysterious backdrop for its story was a testament to the ingenuity and hard work of its production team. Pretty Maids All in a Row is a 1971 movie set in Oceanfront High School, a fictional American institution during the sexual revolution. The story revolves around a series of murders of young female students, while a male student, Ponce, grapples with his own sexual frustrations. Ponce turns to Tiger, the high school's football coach and guidance counselor, for help. Tiger, who has a penchant for sexual encounters with female students, befriends Ponce and encourages him to pursue the affections of a sexy substitute teacher, Miss Smith. Meanwhile, the police detective captain, Sam Surcher, investigates the murders but never makes an arrest. The first victim was a young girl named Jennifer, and Sam Surcher suspected Tiger to be the killer. Tiger's involvement in the murders is unclear, but he does send Ponce to see Miss Smith, who recently started working at the school. It is also unclear whether Ponce overcomes his problem or who Miss Smith is and where she comes from. The murderer is never caught in the movie. The movie received mixed reviews, with some critics praising the cast performances, while others found it hard to stay engaged due to the lack of action. Joanne Cameron's role as Miss Smith was considered a waste, given her attractiveness. Similarly, Angie Dickinson's talents were also underutilized, with her nude scene being the only memorable part of her performance. Overall, the movie received only 6 out of 10 Weasel stars. The creation of a film score and soundtrack is a meticulous process that involves blending music with the narrative and emotional tone of the movie. In the case of the 1971 film Pretty Maids All in a Row, the music played a significant role in enhancing the story's atmosphere. The movie score was composed by Lalo Schifrin, an Argentine-American composer known for his work in film, television, and jazz. Schifrin's music for Pretty Maids All in a Row was a blend of jazz and orchestral elements, which perfectly complemented the film's dark humor and suspenseful plot. In an interview, Schifrin stated, "I wanted the music to reflect the film's duality, the light and dark sides of the story. The jazz elements represented the characters' hidden desires and secrets, while the orchestral score mirrored the more dramatic and suspenseful moments. The soundtrack also featured popular songs of the time, carefully selected to enhance the film's narrative. One of the most notable songs was Everybody's Talkin', performed by Harry Nilsson, which played during a pivotal scene in the movie. The song's upbeat tempo and lyrics about moving forward perfectly encapsulated the character's journey. The musicians who performed the score, under Schifrin's direction, also played a crucial role in bringing the music to life. The Los Angeles Philharmonic Orchestra, known for its exceptional talent and versatility, provided the orchestral elements, while renowned jazz musicians such as Bud Shank and Tom Scott contributed to the jazz components. The collaboration between Schifrin, the musicians, and the filmmakers resulted in a score and soundtrack that not only complemented the narrative and emotional tone of Pretty Maids All in a Row, but also stood as a piece of art in its own right. The music's ability to enhance the story's mood and atmosphere, as well as its enduring popularity, is a testament to the care and attention given to its creation. Roddy McDowall and Maureen O'Hara formed a lifelong friendship after working together in How Green Was My Valley in 1941. Their bond lasted for 57 years until McDowall's death in 1998. Rock Hudson, known for his rugged good looks, was recognized by Empire magazine as one of the 100 sexiest stars in film history, ranking at number 28 in 1995. Angie Dickinson, an accomplished actress in her own right, had a romantic relationship with musician Billy Vera during the 1980s. Their connection was just one aspect of her diverse and interesting personal life. One of the most iconic scenes in Pretty Maids All in a Row is the opening title sequence, directed by Jerry Paris. It features a tracking shot through the seemingly perfect suburban high school, accompanied by a catchy, upbeat theme song. The camera glides through the halls, showcasing the school's clean-cut, attractive students and faculty. This scene not only introduces the viewer to the setting, but also sets the tone for the film's blend of dark humor and satire. A pivotal scene in the movie is the first murder committed by the character Tadprinkle, played by John David Carson. The scene is shot from the perspective of the killer, with the camera serving as the murderer's point of view. This technique creates a sense of unease and tension as the audience is placed in the role of the perpetrator. The performance of Carson during this scene is chilling, as he conveys the character's detachment and lack of empathy. Another memorable scene is the introduction of Rock Hudson's character, Coach Hargis. Hudson's charisma and charm are on full display as he delivers a monologue to his football team about the importance of discipline and hard work. The cinematography in this scene features low-angle shots of Hudson, emphasizing his stature and authority. The use of natural lighting and warm colors further adds to the scene's intimacy and authenticity. The film's climax, which takes place in a cabin in the woods, is a masterclass in suspenseful direction and acting. As the truth about the murders is revealed, the scene becomes increasingly tense and chaotic. The use of close-ups and handheld camera work adds to the sense of urgency and danger. The performances of the entire cast, particularly Hudson and Carson, are exceptional in this scene as they convey the characters' fear, anger, and desperation. While the film did not receive much critical acclaim upon its release, it has since gained a cult following for its unique blend of dark humor, satire, and suspense. The iconic scenes mentioned above have contributed to the film's enduring appeal and have left a lasting impact on audiences. Telly Savalas, known for his role as Detective Theo Kojak, had an early career in directing stage plays at a theater in Connecticut before becoming a successful actor. His parents were both immigrants from Greece, where they met in the United States. Angie Dickinson, co-star in the 1971 movie Pretty Maids All in a Row, is good friends with Vicki Lawrence, Barbara Marx, and June Blair. Her career spans several decades, and she has worked with many notable actors and directors in the industry. Savalas' mother, Christina Kapsalis, was from Anoja, a town near Sparta, Greece. She met her husband, Nicholas Savalas, who had immigrated from the village of Gerakas as a youth in the United States. Together, they had 5 children, with Telly being the second oldest. In Pretty Maids All in a Row, Savalas plays the role of a high school football coach who becomes involved in a series of murders involving young women in the school. The movie is a dark comedy that explores themes of sexuality and violence in high school culture. Dickinson plays the role of a high school teacher who becomes involved with Savalas' character. Her performance in the movie is one of many in her long and successful career in Hollywood. Overall, Pretty Maids All in a Row is a notable movie in the careers of both Savalas and Dickinson, showcasing their acting talents and versatility in a unique and memorable way. The 1971 movie Pretty Maids All in a Row, directed by Roger Vadim, had a significant cultural and social impact, particularly in its exploration of teenage sexuality and societal expectations. The film's provocative themes resonated with audiences, making it a topic of discussion and controversy. The movie, starring Rock Hudson and Angie Dickinson, presented a bold depiction of high school life, which was unusual for the time. It addressed issues such as sexual desire, double standards, and the objectification of women, contributing to important cultural conversations. Pretty Maids All in a Row also influenced pop culture, particularly in its visual style and soundtrack. The film's use of vibrant colors, stylish sets, and fashionable costumes reflected the early 1970s aesthetic, while its catchy soundtrack, featuring songs by Mitchell Legrand, added to its appeal. Moreover, the movie's exploration of relevant social themes, such as the pressures faced by teenagers and the consequences of societal hypocrisy, sparked discussions and debates among audiences. It challenged conventional norms and contributed to a more open dialogue about sexuality and personal freedom. In summary, Pretty Maids All in a Row left a lasting impact on both the cultural and social landscape of the early 1970s. Its daring themes, stylish presentation, and thought-provoking discussions continue to resonate today. James Doohan, known for his role in Star Trek, attended high school in Sarnia, Ontario. Actor Keenan Wynn has an impressive film legacy, with 5 of his films being selected for the National Film Registry. Telly Savalas, famous for his role in Kojak, had a notable friendship with actor John Aniston, serving as the godfather to his daughter Jennifer Aniston. Pretty Maids All in a Row, a 1971 black comedy film, received mixed reviews from critics and audiences. The film, directed by Roger Vadim and starring Rock Hudson, Angie Dickinson, and Telly Savalas, was noted for its provocative subject matter and dark humor. Critics were divided in their opinions. Some praised the film's unique blend of comedy and thriller elements, while others criticized it for its explicit content and perceived misogyny. Notably, Roger Ebert of the Chicago Sun-Times gave the film a positive review, highlighting its stylish direction and witty dialogue. However, other critics, such as Vincent Canby of the New York Times, panned the film, describing it as grisly and repellent. Audience reactions were similarly mixed. Some viewers appreciated the film's bold and daring approach, while others found it offensive and distasteful. Despite the mixed reception, the film has developed a cult following in the years since its release. Pretty Maids All in a Row received no major award nominations or wins. However, the film's cast and crew went on to have successful careers in the film industry. For example, Rock Hudson continued to be a major star in Hollywood, while Roger Vadim directed several more films before his death in 2000. The mixed reception of Pretty Maids All in a Row reflects the film's controversial subject matter and divisive tone. While some critics and audiences appreciated the film's unique approach, others found it to be in poor taste. Nevertheless, the film remains a notable entry in the careers of its cast and crew, and its cult following attests to its enduring appeal. Angie Dickinson's character in the movie placed her daughter, Nikki, in a psychiatric residential treatment facility for adolescents in Faribault, Minnesota. After 9 years, Nikki went on to study geology at California Lutheran University, but her poor eyesight prevented her from pursuing it as a career. Keenan Wynn was a father of two, including Ned Wynn, whose autobiography, We Will Always Live in Beverly Hills, provides a revealing look into his mother's eventual marriage to Van Johnson. James Doohan, known for his role in the movie, won a 2-year scholarship to New York's Neighborhood Playhouse. There, he studied alongside fellow Canadian Leslie Nielsen, Tony Randall, and Richard Boone. Doohan's classmates went on to have successful careers in the entertainment industry, much like Doohan himself. The filming of Pretty Maids All in a Row in 1971 was filled with interesting anecdotes. For instance, the film marked a significant shift for Rock Hudson, who took on a more comedic role than his usual dramatic parts. He was known for his serious demeanor on set, but for this film, he often played pranks and kept the atmosphere light. Angie Dickinson, who played the high school sex education teacher, had an unusual preparation method. She visited several high schools in Los Angeles to observe the interactions between teachers and students, which helped her portray her character more authentically. The young cast, including John David Carson and Roddy McDowall, found themselves in a unique situation. They were given permission to miss school for the filming, which was an exciting adventure for them. However, they had to keep up with their studies on set, with a tutor provided to ensure they didn't fall behind. Behind the cameras, director Roger Vadim was known for his unconventional methods. He often used a tennis ball on a string to indicate the precise eye line for actors during filming. This method, although unusual, proved effective and contributed to the film's unique visual style. Despite the comic tone of the film, it dealt with serious issues, including murder and sexuality. The cast and crew had to navigate these sensitive topics delicately, which sometimes led to intense discussions and debates. However, these discussions only served to strengthen the bonds between the cast and crew, creating a sense of camaraderie that lasted long after the film's completion. Did you know that James Doohan's talent for dialects extended beyond the Star Trek universe? He also lent his skills to Simon and Schuster, reading aloud several books on tape with remarkable accuracy. And speaking of remarkable individuals, Rock Hudson stood tall at 6'3", a fact that was measured during his time in the Navy. But height wasn't his only claim to fame. While on loan to Warner Brothers, Hudson earned an Oscar nomination for his role in Giant. These are just a few of the interesting facts about the actors involved in the 1971 movie Pretty Maids All in a Row. The 1971 movie Pretty Maids All in a Row, directed by Roger Vadim, is known for its provocative and controversial themes. Although not widely regarded as a classic, it has left a noticeable impact on the film industry, particularly in the genre of black comedy and crime films. The movie's bold and daring approach to tackling taboo subjects, such as teenage sexuality and murder, was considered groundbreaking for its time. This audacity inspired future filmmakers to explore similar themes and push the boundaries of what was considered acceptable in mainstream cinema. One notable aspect of Pretty Maids All in a Row is its unique blend of dark humor and crime, which can be seen as a precursor to the popular black comedy thriller subgenre that emerged in later decades. The film's influence can be traced in movies like Heathers, American Beauty, and Wild Things. Moreover, the movie's distinctive visual style, characterized by vibrant colors and dynamic camera work, has also inspired future filmmakers. The way Vadim crafted each scene, employing unconventional angles and bold compositions, demonstrated a willingness to experiment with the medium that has left a lasting impact on the film industry. In addition, Pretty Maids All in a Row featured a talented cast, including Rock Hudson, Angie Dickinson, and a young Telly Savalas, which helped elevate the material and solidify the film's status as a notable entry in the careers of these accomplished actors. Overall, while not a mainstream success, Pretty Maids All in a Row has left an indelible mark on the film industry, inspiring future filmmakers and pushing the boundaries of what was considered acceptable in mainstream cinema. Its bold themes, unique visual style, and talented cast have all contributed to its lasting legacy and influence. James Doohan, known as Scotty on Star Trek, had early experiences with television space shows such as Tales of Tomorrow and Space Command. Roddy McDowall is notable for playing the same character in multiple Planet of the Apes films, including Cornelius in the first two, and his son Caesar in the following two. Barbara Leigh, a co-star in Pretty Maids All in a Row, shared a close friendship with Rock Hudson during filming. She mentioned in a 90s interview that his homosexuality was not a secret within the industry, despite being hidden from the public. Telly Savalas, known for his role in Pretty Maids All in a Row, had a close friendship with Burt Lancaster, who passed away 9 months after him. Roddy McDowall, another actor from the same film, faced investigation for movie piracy in 1974. The FBI raided his home and found a vast collection of films and videocassettes. McDowall claimed to have purchased some of the films from studios, while others came from the black market or other collectors. He argued that he did not violate copyright laws, as he did not profit from selling or trading the prints. McDowall's love for cinema and desire to improve his acting drove his collection. He even owned a movie he directed, Tamlin. Despite the investigation, McDowall was not charged and cooperated with the FBI. Other celebrities, including Rock Hudson, Dick Martin, and Mel Torme, also had film collections. Rock Hudson, known for his role in Pretty Maids All in a Row, had a stage name created by talent scout Henry Wilson, combining the strength of the Rock of Gibraltar and the Hudson River. Hudson did not have any formal acting training, yet he became a successful actor. Telly Savalas, who also starred in the movie, had a different path to acting. Initially, he worked as a civil servant in the American State Department, where he did radio broadcasts about the country. A theatrical agent offered him a part in a television play as a European judge, and the next day, he was offered the lead in a play for NBC. Savalas, too, did not have any formal acting training, yet he became a well-known actor. In summary, both Hudson and Savalas became successful actors without formal training, each taking a unique path to their careers. If you have memories and experiences related to the 1971 movie Pretty Maids All in a Row, we'd love to hear from you. This film, with its unique blend of dark humor and crime, might have left a lasting impression on you. By sharing your personal stories, you can contribute to a fascinating discussion about how this movie has impacted its audience. Did Pretty Maids All in a Row influence your perspective on cinema or affect you in some other way? We'd be thrilled if you take a moment to share your thoughts with us. Your engagement through likes, shares, and subscriptions helps us create more opportunities for exploring classic films together. We believe that engaging with older films can offer valuable insights and spark meaningful conversations. Pretty Maids All in a Row, with its unforgettable characters and intriguing plot, is a perfect example of a movie that continues to resonate with viewers even today. So, whether you remember the first time you saw the film or have a particular scene that has stayed with you, let us know. Your stories and opinions matter, and we can't wait to hear from you. Together, we can celebrate the enduring power of cinema and the impact it has on our lives.